Hey, but you didn't expect to see just my face here. What I want to do is create a recap here of the first eight-ish or so episodes of Tales of Berseria. Kind of just get into what's gone up to this point, kind of catch you up if you're joining the party late. Let's get started. The game is pretty much about the relationship between Velvet, the female character, and this young boy, Afacet. They're a family. They've grown up together. They were raised by an older man named Arthur, who has some sort of mystic abilities that we don't really know the terms of now. Arthur is, for all intents and purposes, their father figure. So their worlds have really pretty much revolved around him, and everything that he's represented to them has been what they have idealized at this point. As you can see, their relationship between Velvet, the main female character, and this boy here, Lafayette, is very, sisterly, brother, sister. A lot of, connecting that they've had over the years. So the reason that this is significant is because this does, trigger the inciting incident. And we have Arthur, the father figure here that is, again, just the glue that binds them all together. He's their hero, the father figure, of course. And which makes things even weirder whenever the Scarlet Night comes. See, the Scarlet Night is a time when demons run free. Lafayette went missing on this night and turns up with Arthur, who does an unthinkable thing and sacrifices Lafayette. Obviously, Velvet is not a fan of this. Of course, we get some pretty great, computer generated images from this. I mean, the game looks fantastic. But this is a horrible scene. You have to realize that up to this point, Lafayette was Velvet's almost continuing reason for existence. She had lost her sister at an early age in a similar incident to this. And now to have her world thrown apart due to Arthur, somebody who she respected, and with no context for this. She doesn't understand why this is happening, and all she has is rage to try to save who is her brother figure, Lafayette. Again, just to be pushed down by the person she respects the most. As she falls into this well, her arm is bleeding as Arthur has pretty much chopped it off completely, and all is lost in her. Her sense of rage increases. Lafayette falling into an unknown dimension of who knows what. Lafayette falling into an unknown dimension of just who knows what, but it just doesn't matter. She's losing all hope. But you can see this moment here where All that just turns into big rage. And seemingly through the power of her own will, she powers out of this dark hole, transformed. Arm still bloodied, but changed. But yet still ready for revenge, with a demonized arm, which was super badass and fucking tight. As you can see my shocked face there, hilarious. Obviously, this demon arm has granted her a lot of strength, and she now can devour demons for their, what I like to call courage, but probably skills and techniques. And of course, her singular purpose is to destroy Arthur. Ultimately, she loses in this battle and is cast down into a well where she meets Arthur's, what is effectively a familiar, well, re-meets as they've known each other for a long time, named Ceres. Ceres decides that Arthur has gone too far, and Velvet has been locked down in the pit, devouring demons to stay alive for quite a while. And so Ceres decides to release her, to let her get her revenge on Arthur, to help her. On the way out of this pit, this prison, we make some friends. This lady here, Maigilu, and this guy whose name was like Rio Curio or something. And of course we have to fight a boss because it's a fucking video game, so we beat the shit out of this dragon a little bit. Well, actually this guy and the dragon. The guy said some really sexist shit. I wanted to fuck him up pretty bad. Unfortunately, inexplicably, Ceres sacrifices her life for Velvet. I mean, you get to see why, you understand, but she's definitely gonna die, obviously, and asks that Velvet basically devours her for her strength. Again, this is a very emotional moment, I'd imagine, for Velvet, because Ceres is someone that she grew up with. You know, she was basically Arthur's familiar, a Malik, as called in this game. Yeah, it's forced to destroy her. Now she's already felt betrayed because Ceres was also a component of what, you know, gave Arthur the power to do the thing that he did to capture and destroy Laphicet. She also gave Velvet and returned her comb to her that Laphicet had given her earlier. This will probably turn out to be something significant. And of course, I can include this because of the great animation. At this point, Velvet's changed everything. She has decided to breathe in this monster mentality and just go nuts as a Therian, which I believe is a demon that devours other demons. And just burn this motherfucking sexist asshole right in his eye hole. Ultimately, the gang ends up leaving on a boat from this prison city, and it means to try to get to beat the fuck up out of Artorias or Arthur. Of course, they instantly shipwreck and discover that there's a little boy that looks a lot like Laphicet, who I guess we inexplicably try to save. Meet up that kid again because that kid ran away and gave us back this compass, which earlier in the game was very similar to something that Laphicet had created himself. Yeah, it's pretty confusing. This fucking kid looks just like him, but isn't. It's a whole thing. Here's a dessert. Of course, we meet Lady Teresa, who, you'll find out later, is a sister to the dude that we lit on fire in his fucking face, who's a shitty sexist asshole, probably because his sister is terrible. And we discovered that there's an issue, smuggling ring, that's going on. Oh, and here is where I discovered that you can change their clothes, which made me much happier because I got to put some clothes on my girl Velvet because she was very cold, which even Lady Teresa commented on. And yeah, there you go, prisoner clothes. Nope, villager clothes, that's right. Which was advantageous, makes the game like easier to play for me. This is just too much sometimes, all the boobs. And we eventually meet up to the leader of this smuggler gang, so we think this dude Dial, who's actually not. They've been smuggling stuff into the city. Lady Teresa hates it, so we get out there and blast this dude who's supposed to be the leader. Turns out that the whole shipping guild's in on it. We chop the fuck off its tail to represent that, hey, we got it, because we need money to repair our ship, obviously, to keep our, party going. And once that party keeps going, we need to do some other stuff. So what ends up happening? Well, I can't tell you what happens next because that's on the next episode, season 2, episode 1. But we get the tail, and what we're gonna do with it next is return the tail to get the money, so we can fix our ship. And so now you're up to date. Lafayette, rest in peace. Velvet, alive, frustrated, full of rage. Maggie Lou, new friend, mage lady. Rokuru. Anyway, he's friend. So that's where we're at. You're all caught up. Feel free to watch the next episode. Oh, and you know what? My friends are assholes because, and I'm going to show you this. I'm going to put it up right now. Like you'll see it above. How did anybody let me spell my name wrong for so long? Like in my own intros, Mr. Kunema. I mean, granted, I should have been watching my own videos more early on, but jeez, that hurts. Anyway, enjoy it. Hope you start watching season 2. Maybe don't watch the first season is what I'm saying. You're not missing much. Maybe some bad performances on my part. I'm improving. It's new to me too. Anyway, thanks for watching.